The border now because DHS has outlined this plan to secure our border, they say, after Title 42 is lifted. The plans include increasing resources, personnel, transportation, medical support facilities to support border operations, more agents, more personnel. What's your reaction to that? Is that enough?
It's a joke. It's a joke. The border's been overrun. It's as simple as that. And the reason why is because this administration is listening to radical left-wing activists that are basically arguing for an open border. They're going to talk about the legal process and all that, but they basically believe, there is this group of people out there that basically believe that people should be allowed to live wherever they want, in any country they want. They should be able to come across the border, and when they do, they should receive benefits from the government, benefits that people that have worked here their whole lives don't get. And so they'll say, well, we're not doing that. But if you notice, one of the 6 points that he lays out is they're going to give a bunch of money to non-government organizations. What do those non-government organizations do? They buy people plane tickets, they give them cash assistance, they give them, in essence, you're just transferring government money into the hands of a non-government entity so they can give benefits to people. But we have an overrun border, and we are luring people to come here. Let me just say this thing. This is not about immigration. We admit 1 million people a year into this country who get green cards. That's the most generous immigration program on the planet, and we've done that for decades. This is about an overrun border where people and drugs, fentanyl, is flowing into our cities, flooding into our cities, and this administration is encouraging it. They don't want to do anything about it. And the last point about the border guards, it wasn't that long ago they were telling us border guards were whipping people. Remember that? The President of the United States. Well, of course, that turned out not to be true. Where's the apology? Who wants to be a border agent right now knowing the President, if something goes wrong, is going to come after you or say you don't work for them like they did about the gentleman that lost his life in Texas?
Yeah, and Senator, they barely acknowledge what happened to that Texas National Guard member, instead saying he's a state employee, about as callous as you can imagine.
Absolutely.
I've got one more question for you, though, as well, Senator, I guess on behalf of Brian Kilmeade. You have an op-ed